Hello, world. This is your man here, 13 Zulu, coming at you this morning. And I really want to talk to you on the prospect and the idea of how to build your own Wakanda. All right, I took my kids to go see the Black Panther movie. And you know what I mean? The movie is very, very empowering, very acknowledgement, very, open your mind to the possibility that you can be a king in your realm or a king of your domain. And, that you can share knowledge, you can share wealth, you can improve the lives of those around you, you know what I mean, by just, putting in the effort, putting in the work. Also, if you notice the resource, you have to build a capital base resource, or you have to buy something that can generate you cash and income to an unlimited level, so you have the ability to operate and wage and function and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? So the biggest thing I can say with the Black Panther movie was it gives you knowledge and you have to catch it. You know what I mean? The whole part of, if you notice, there were 4 or 5 different tribes. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I'd go see the movie first and then come back and watch it. But the thing about it, there were 4 or 5 different tribes. One leader grew to become the Black Panther and leader of the other 5 tribes. 4 stayed, 1 left. They didn't like that fact. See what I'm saying? But the unity and the council that is needed to operate power and create, what's the word I'm looking for? A council must be created to create power base, an authority, some type of head of state to be able to say, okay, this is how we are going to use our funds and our technology and our wealth to push out into the ether, into the world, to dictate how the future grows. So what can we use today to do that? If instead of spending all our money on cable, if we all cut off the cable and bought silver and bought gold, and when someone wants to do something, we all say, okay, here goes an ounce of gold. If 100 people gave this person an ounce of gold, here you go, nephew, you're starting off in life. Here goes 20 pieces of gold. Here goes 20 pieces of silver to enact what you're trying to do and what you're trying to push into the world. Or here you go, you can go to school debt free, and we give you this. Or hey, you want to buy a truck, here goes 2,000 ounces of silver to go buy a truck, or to go buy a land, or go do something, instead of being such a slave and indebted to the debt slave system, which, it's only meant to keep you in bondage anyway. It's not meant to push you to any point of greatness. Now, if you learn how to use debt, now I can borrow 4.5 million, buy a 2,000 unit complex, you know what I mean? And then you put every penny into that, and then recoup the funds from that. You know what I mean? You can do that. But at the end of the day, you got to get up to that level. Now there's ways to build credit and do that. There was a time where I had a 750 credit score, and I co-signed for people on vehicles. Really dumb mistake. If you build your credit score to somewhere that you like it, do not co-sign nothing for nobody. And it's better for you to get some cash, put it in gold and silver, or get that cash and say, here, put this towards that, than to ever co-sign your credit. Because at the end of the day, you can build your Wakanda faster if you build your credit. And I'm not even talking about I'm talking about everybody. Everybody can have their own Wakanda. You know what I mean? Black, white, brown, Chinese, Jamaican, military, veteran, civil servant. Everybody can have their version of Wakanda And it is more than possible to build. It is more than possible to push yourself into the ether, into the universe, and dictate and say, and of course you got to manifest that from your soul. You got to say, I want that. I want such and such. You know what I mean? Because even right now, I'm in my truck. You know what I mean? Listen, I started off from goose egg, zero. You know what I mean? And a lot of times you don't know how you're going to attain it, but you got to say, I want that. That's it. It's not up to you to figure out how it's going to happen. But first you must attain and establish the fact that I want this in my life, ... And just grind and push towards that. And I swear to God, if you do that alone, you don't know where the opportunities and doors are going to open up from, but I promise you they will open up. You know what I mean? And for me, the biggest thing for me right now is going into 2020, I'm cutting off all debt. I'm cutting off all credit cards, line of credits, this and that. I'm trying to use cash flow to buy equipment and gear to push, and I'm trying to provide service and value at the max, that, you know, to raise capital. I'd rather go do some security or go move some furniture or go move some junk removal or clean out a house or something instead of borrowing money. Borrowing money makes me sick, you know, because when I had good credit, I was able to do stuff, and when my credit got cut off, it was a nasty feeling not being able. You go to these people to apply for credit and can't get it. It's a disgusting feeling. You know what I mean? And I didn't go to college. You know, I cut the total college. My college debt is goose egg. Praise, you know, my old man for that. Said don't go to college. Better for you to work for your money than anything else. So, once again, people, this is 13 Zulu here. My number is 337-378-8907. I do consulting for businesses and security. You know what I mean? I left corrections. I was a law enforcement officer for the Military Police Corps, 209th MP Corps. You know what I mean? I've worked for different security agencies, got a lot of security background. So if you need consulting, you know what I mean, call me up. We can set up some time to talk. You know, I use PayPal for those transactions to be able to you can pay for consulting fees. Just, you know, build your Wakanda. Looking into 2020, going into the future, doing what we can do. Build your future. Decide what you want. Build something. God bless. 13 Zulu out.